Hey everybody, Raziel here, coming back at you with another Titanfall video commentary here. And today we're going to be going over my first impressions for Glitch in the Frontier, and more specifically the glitch map itself. I didn't play any of the deck map or anything like that, so I'm not really having any kind of comments on that right now. But I played a fair amount of the Glitch 24/7 on Tuesday, the 25th, when it dropped, and this actually, the gameplay right behind me is my first game of that night, first game on the map. So as you can tell, I'm having a little issues with the movement. I'll figure out the routes and the grapple points and everything else as we go. My grapple is hit or miss lately. Anyhow, for some reason, some nights I am on point, I'm friggin' Spider-Man, and other nights I'm friggin', I don't know. It's just bad. I can't even think of a good analogy that would be witty right here. Anyway, so before we get into the nitty-gritty about some of the stuff too, I want to say that some of the updates that they came with this DLC was pretty good and clear up a little bit of the confusion that may have happened with some of the other things that dropped in this DLC. One being, showing here probably in the upper right, is the updated main menu. Oh, that guy just shit on me. Main menu looks a lot nicer, a lot cleaner, a little more epic. I like the old main menu, but this one just seems a little bit like boom, you know? So besides that, some of the game modes also that were discussed during the patch, or not in the patch, not in the patch notes online, if I could talk, like the Marked for Death, the Titan Brawl, and the other game modes that were discussed, they do not appear yet because those are featured playlists. So, I'm about to go off here, I believe, or already started going off. So what's going to happen, boom, is once the Glitch 24/7 is gone, then Marked for Death or some other game mode will come in, and that will take its place. And hopefully CTF Nitro comes back, because with this DLC also Live Fire was introduced into the private matches, and when I poked around to see if CTF Nitro was actually an option, I noticed that Live Fire was able to be played on any of the maps. I also noticed in this map rotation, or mode rotation for the map glitch, Live Fire is in the rotation, which will be a clip coming up here in a couple minutes of me playing on Live Fire. And I'm not usually a fan of Live Fire, or wasn't, but on this map it wasn't too bad. It won me over a little bit. Now the game modes in Glitch 24/7 are less than desirable for me. CTF, LTS, player versus player, and I think camped, as I call it, camped hardpoint. I would have liked to have seen an attrition, maybe a bounty hunt, just to see where the bounties would drop on this map. I forgot my battery. And where, you know, and see how Reapers and how much chaos would be added with the attrition game mode in general. Hopefully, well, hopefully it should be, I would think, part of those playlists, maps, rotations in the future. So that being said, I got a little bit of Titan gameplay right here, and towards the end of the video I got some more. This map glitch, getting back to the map, is a wall runner's paradise. It's a wet dream for them, because they designed this map specifically with like Titanfall's philosophy in mind of, you know, how was I thinking of describing it earlier? You know, Titanfall, when I think of Titanfall, I think of fast-paced, chaotic parkour gunplay, you know, just to the extreme. And some of the maps, like, you know, Crash Site, doesn't really lend to that type of gameplay. And even you know, like Eden is kind of, restricted to 3 lanes, I would think. Boomtown's decent. Exoplanet's pretty good, but then the remakes of Angel City and Colony, which were more of that, kind of open, less restrictive 3-lane philosophy. Yeah. I think this map works, and here's some of that live fire gameplay I was talking about. Now, live fire on this map, like I said, it's not too bad. They kind of spawn you closer to the center, and the map's right there in the center. And I don't know if I have any in this clip, but there was 1 or 2 rounds where I didn't see an enemy pilot at all. So I kind of like did a big circle, and our team took them out before I could even get my crosshairs on anyone. Hey, it happens. It might happen in the other live fire maps, but not so much, I would think. So if they implement other maps besides the live fire maps in the live fire playlist, I don't know how that's going to go. I mean, I'll have to test it out here in the next day or so to see how that works. But I kind of want to try to get things going on my channel for like I don't know what. I have things in mind for live fire maps and stuff, and I don't know. Well, my Elgato or my OBS kind of lagged here. It wasn't the game, but I did alright, so I kept the gameplay in. Anyhow, on my channel for when I stream and stuff. But that'll be for another video. I'm not going to get too far into that. Anyway, so LTS isn't too bad on this. CTF is a game mode I usually don't like, and it wasn't too bad on this because the lanes weren't, too restrictive. It's essentially like, I think, 2 lanes, and then the 3rd lane, if you want to call that philosophy, is kind of like the junk in the middle, crisscrossing and everything else. But overall, I had fun with the map, but I didn't want to play it, for 3 hours straight. So I played, for a couple hours, got a good feel of it. I definitely got better with the wall running routes. Some of my grappling definitely needs help, but that's what private matches are for, to test out the map and whatnot. There's not much bunny hopping or slide hopping that I did on this map, but as this part here demonstrates, for Titan play, you have to be a little bit more aware, because there are locations like this and around maybe where the junctions of that the middle chaos lane and then the 2 outer lanes kind of come together. There are some choke points, but overall I had a lot of fun on my Titan in this map. I didn't have a chance to play LTS on this map. I only got stuck playing CTF and PvP mostly, and live fire. I had 1 game of camped hardpoint, and that was it, and no LTS. So the map rotation is still kind of suspect, but it was fun. I think the map's great. I love that they actually have new content in the game and not just a rework of the old maps. So don't get me wrong, I like the old maps. If they bring every single map from Titanfall 1 over, I'd be happy. Some people might complain about it, but I'd be happy with that too. But I'd still want new stuff like this, definitely. So that's my first impressions essentially. I'm looking forward to the featured game modes to make their way, marked for death and everything. I really do hope, if a featured game mode becomes popular, that they try to implement it at least in the private matches. Maybe not particularly in the, what's the word I'm looking for, the normal play matches, because I do understand if you add too many game mode types, you're going to segment the player base, and if you have a segmented player base, you're going to have difficulty filling those matches. People want to play specifically attrition, then they're going to have issues doing that if everyone's playing marked for death, CTF, LTS. So the featured game mode works for that. It's like, hey, this week or weekend, you'll get to play this game mode. If you like it, good. We're gonna put it in the private matches if you guys want to do some competitive like game modes and stuff like that. But in terms of the main player base, we're not gonna segment it. We're gonna keep it together, and I think that's pretty much what you want to happen. Now, I was just recording and my computer went on screensaver, so yeah. Note to self: make sure you at least shake the mouse when you're recording. Anyway, I like the video. I like the game mode, and I think it works great. And we'll see how it grows on me in the near future. If you like the video, hit that thumbs up and subscribe to the channel. And as always, I'll see you guys in the next one. Peace.